Well, it happened again. I was going through this morning's comments on YouTube, going through my social media, answering emails. In the mornings, I do correspondence. And I was on my second cup of caffeine, and there it was. Physical media is dying. Every day, physical media is dying. Pay no mind to the fact that I've made dozens of videos about how physical media is not dying, or the fact that just a few months ago, Ralph Tribby from the DVD and Blu-ray Release Report, who has been charting disc sales since the birth of DVD over 25 years ago, was right here on my channel saying not only is physical media not dying, 2023 is on track to be the biggest year in the history of the format. In terms of discs, we're talking about number of discs. We're not talking about does your Aunt Sally buy DVDs. We're talking about the number of titles being released by every company, by every studio. 2023 is going to blow away every previous year. Physical media is dying. So I was like, you know what? Fire up the camera, shoot an unscripted video. Now, none of my videos are scripted, but these go wild. That's why they're unscripted, because I do not limit myself. I just go stream of consciousness on what I'm thinking about. It is maddening to me that these same tired talking points get busted out over and over again, and that some people seem to believe it. There's a lot of people that don't believe it and they're perpetuating this stuff anyway. Let's be honest. Physical media is dying as a headline gets clicks. You put that as the title of a YouTube video, people click that video. There's this innate human feeling, like we're drawn to being victims. We're drawn to feeling like we are underappreciated or underserved. So when you put up a headline that's negative, that's going to get more traction and more engagement than something that's positive. A lie gets more engagement than the truth. And we got to stop it. We got to put an end to this crap because it has gone on far enough. Enough! Stop it! Stop telling the same lies. Stop using fandom for profit. Stop victimizing our fellow collectors so that we can make a little bit of cash. Hey, buddy, I don't care. You know it's YouTube. You know it's all a grift anyway. Stop it. Be better. Do better. Physical media is not dying. Physical media is in a better place than it's been in a long time. Since the heady days of DVD circa 2006, never before in the history of home media have more companies sought to serve us. Because we have what they not only want, but what they need to survive, and that's money. Companies don't exist without our business. We have all the cards. We are kings and queens, and we complain like we're victims. Stop it. Be better, do better. Negative videos always get more engagement than positive videos. And I try to skirt the line because I know, here's the sad fact. Clickbait works. So I try to do responsible, ethical clickbait sometimes. So my mini videos where I talk about physical media, when I talk about the health of physical media, I'll say, is physical media dying? ? And then I'm like, in the thumbnail. Because I know that's going to get clicks. That's going to bring people in, and I hope that by coming in, they then see the talking points. They see the numbers. They see the fact that Disney, for crying out loud, is now serving collectors. Listen, I haven't talked about Disney in a while. We did the video about with Ralph Tribby about what's going on with Disney buying Hulu. In case you missed that video, in case you haven't heard, Disney, Bob Iger, Disney, has plans to purchase the majority share of Hulu by the end of 2023. That's what we knew. However, breaking news, that's been bumped up to the end of September. By the end of September, Disney is trying to own Hulu outright. They will have the majority share of both Disney Plus and Hulu. Possibly will merge those into one super service like Max or something like that. They want to be one of the major, if not the biggest player in the streaming field. They want total domination. Here's the catch. They have to raise $9.2 billion. That's the number that's floating around to buy the majority share of Hulu. How do you make $9.2 million with everything that's going on? Theatricals in decline. These movies aren't making as much money at the movies that they used to. People are leaving Disney Plus by the millions. Well, hey, we got all these shows on streaming. We got WandaVision, we got Loki, we've got The Mandalorian. Let's put those on disc. That's right, Disney doing their streaming shows on disc. Not just on disc, 4Ks in steelbook packaging. That's not for the average Joe. DVD outsells 4K by about 4 to 1. That's not for your average consumer. That's for us. That's for the collector. And we complain. Be better, do better. We have got to stop. Shut up with the nonsense. Shut up with the fear. Stop perpetuating these myths. Stop being gloom and doom and downtrodden and glass half empty. We have all the cards. And here's the thing. Whatever is not being served to us, we can go get it some other way. It's not like there aren't dozens, if not hundreds, of alternate means to get the stuff that we want to get. We have all the cards. We are the target audience. This is the craziest thing. Like, for the last 15 years, the geeks have inherited the earth. And what do we do with it? Complain. We complain about everything. We got to stop it. So here's what, like in the past, when I'd make these videos, I'm very reserved. I'm very like movie dad is what I try to be like, hey guys, like I'm your cool uncle who's like, this cool movie from 1952 is now on Blu-ray. Like, I've tried to be like a good positive voice, but not an obnoxious, loud, yelling voice. I'm tired of it. I'm really at a limit here. I thought I'd made the last health of physical media video I was ever going to make, but the same crap talking points every single day. So here we are again, and I'm taking a different tactic here. Now, when you see somebody saying physical media is dying, please set them straight. Please let them know that there are more discs being released now than ever before. Or let me correct, because there's going to be people who are like, well, actually, more titles, not discs. More titles are being released than ever before. They may not be selling 100,000 copies, but we have access to them. They might not even stay in print, but you know what? When they go out of print, somebody else is going to pick those up. Nothing goes away. Nothing goes out of print forever. You might miss a limited edition. You might miss a slip cover, or you might miss a booklet. But guess what? You can still watch the movie. You can still buy the movie, and that's the most important thing. Don't let collector gimmicks destroy your joy for physical media. Destroy your joy for what's on the discs in the first place. Let's remember, discs are a delivery system. They provide the experience. They are not the experience itself. Listen, I love collecting. I'm a huge collector, but we can't let collecting, whatever that word even means now, because now I feel like it means buying 3 of something or buying 5 of something and selling 4 of them on eBay, to help the collectors. I bought all of these so I could sell them to you. I'm doing you a service. That's not collecting. That's something else. Loving this stuff. That's the name of the game. That's why we're here. Say something. If you see somebody perpetuating these bad talking points, say something. If they keep saying the same thing, unfollow them. Stop feeding the negativity. Stop saying the same negativity. We have got to come together. Fandom should be united. We have more going for us than any generation, not just in the history of home media. Now, this conversation is about physical media, but I see it everywhere. Fandom is divided everywhere. In every aspect of fandom, half of fandom seems okay with things. Half of fandom just, it's not half. It's just a very loud minority. Complains about everything. And they're not intelligent talking points. It's like, well, I don't know. I don't like so-and-so because I don't like the way that the costume looked in the movie. Okay, if that's like, maybe it's just my middle age talking and that I've been here so long. I've seen the evolution. When you go to like the Doctor Strange TV movie, from decades ago, and now we have a multiverse with huge production values. We have it so good. Let's stop complaining. Now listen, I'm not talking about, there's a place for, if you read my review for The Flash, there's a place for, which is at serial@midnight.com and Letterboxd and the critics' reviews and IMDb. There's a place for intelligent, constructive criticism, because it's only through constructive criticism that things can be corrected and things can grow, and that these companies actually know what we want and what we're thinking. But just the outright lies, stop it. Stop it. I think that's it. I just keep saying the same thing. Stop it. If you haven't heard me, stop it. If you're like, well, I like a lot of what he's saying, but it is pretty bad out there. No, it's not. It's not pretty bad out there. It's pretty great. The only barrier to our fandom is how much money, space, and time we have to spend on it. That's the only barrier. And those are substantial barriers, and we've talked about them in the past, but that's very different than acting like we are victims and acting like we are an overlooked marketplace. We are not. Remember, we hold the cards. We have the money that everybody wants. Let's start acting like it. Let's come together. Be better, do better. Guys, thank you so much for checking this video out. Continue the conversation in the comments below. I've worn myself out. I might need a third cup of caffeine to recover from this one. We got a lot to talk about, but let's talk. I'm going to say this too. Be kind to your fellow fan. Now listen, when I say something, don't go to war. Everybody acts like there's a war. Like, don't go to war. We're not at war. Fandom should be defined by joy and passion and love and excitement. Let that lead you. Let your fandom be evident in all that you do and in how you talk to other fans. We are here because of our love of the stuff that we care about. So let us go forth and love and enjoy the stuff that we care about. Continue the conversation below. I appreciate you guys. Take care. Till next time, I will catch you later.